Very good morning. You're watching the Breakfast News on Rajya Sabha television. My name is Aishwarya Kapoor. Let us start the news with the top headlines. Varanasi turns into a massive tent city for the 15th Pravasi Bharatiya Divas. Over 5,000 to take part in a 3-day event focused on the role of Indian diaspora in building a new India. From a fragile 5 nations, India is today in the world's fastest growing economy, says Prime Minister Modi, calls opposition Mahagathbandhan an alliance of negativity. Statue of Unity, a befitting memorial to Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, says Vice President Venkaiah Naidu, describes historic statue as a reminder of his struggles in unifying India. Big boost to India's arms manufacturing. Defence Minister launches a mega corridor in Tamil Nadu, linking 5 cities. Announces investments worth 3,000 crore rupees. And shock and surprises at the Australian Open. Defending champion Roger Federer, Angelique Kerber and Maria Sharapova crash out of the tournament. Rafael Nadal reaches quarterfinals. The top story this morning, the 15th Pravasi Bharatiya Divas will begin in Varanasi today, and several world leaders of Indian origin will share their insights into the role of Indian diaspora for a new India. Prime Minister of Mauritius, Pravind Jugnauth, is the chief guest at the event, and Norway leader Himanshu Gulati and New Zealand MP Charanjit Singh Bakshi are the special guests at the event. The 3-day event will see address by External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj today, while the official inauguration slated for tomorrow will be done by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The valedictory address and the Pravasi Bharatiya Samman Awards will be conferred by the President Ramnath Kovind on Wednesday. The theme of this year's event is the role of Indian diaspora in building a new India. Over 5,000 people have registered for the event this time. Our correspondent Akhilesh Sumana spoke with MOS External Affairs about the event. Let's take a listen.
General V.K. Singh, Minister of State for External Affairs, is with me. Sir, what is the preparation and how is the preparation for Pravasi Bharatiya Samman?
Going very well, and I would like to compliment the government and all the other officials of the Uttar Pradesh because we have had very active cooperation from them. And given the type of event, given the type of activities that we have planned, I think we are doing extremely well. You are seeing it's almost ready, and I'm sure by tomorrow morning it will look even better.
So, how many guests are you expecting for this Pravasi Bharatiya Sammelan?
See, on Pravasi Bharatiya Sammelan is on 3 days. 21st is the one for youth. 22nd is the plenary session, which will be inaugural rather, which will be addressed by the Honorable Prime Minister. 23rd we have the award ceremony for Pravasi Bharatiya Samman awardees by the President of India, and then there are almost 3,500 people who have opted to go to Prayagraj for Kumbh. So we will take them there, let them experience the divinity and the way Kumbh has been organized this year. And then they will all go to Delhi. Almost a similar number wants to witness the Republic Day parade, proud moment. So we are sure that all these events will go off very well.
How many guests are you expecting for Pravasi Bharatiya Sammelan?
At the moment we have in excess of 5,000 registrations. We are looking at a number of about 6,000, which is a very large number for people to register and come.
So for such a big, large celebration, what are you expecting from this Sammelan?
It is not a celebration. It is an event in which we get our non-resident Indians, our OCI card holders, all our Indians who are living abroad to come and get together, talk, discuss and give us ideas as to how we can take things forward. It strengthens the bond. It strengthens the feeling of contributing towards India.
So are you expecting that they will contribute to India because they are living in many different countries, many developed countries? So do you think that they will be able to contribute?
Contribution is not monetary. That they are already doing by the remittances. Contribution is by their ideas. Contribution is by how they want to come and motivate people to invest. Contribution is in terms of technologies that they want to bring. Contribution is in many ways.
So do you have any plan that they can share their experiences with your officials and your side?
Those things are already laid out. We have various forums in which we lay it out, and the discussions that will ensue on the subjects that we have already touched in the intervening year, that itself will bring out a lot of things where contribution will take place.
So General V.K. Singh, the Minister of State for External Affairs, is saying that the experiences of Pravasi Bharatiya will be taken into consideration, and it will be seen that how they can contribute positively in a big way to India's development. Akhilesh Suman for Rajya Sabha Television with camera person Yogesh Agrawal in Varanasi.
And elaborate arrangements have been made for the successful hosting of over 5,000 NRIs coming to participate at the event in Varanasi. A tent city has been set up in 42 hectares outside the city to host more than 5,000 visiting guests. The city has 500 tents that includes villas, bedrooms and Swiss cottages. The tent city will also have a flavor of old architecture of Varanasi. The walls inside the tent city are based on old house designs of the ancient city of Kashi. Hundreds of families have also been selected to provide accommodation facility to the guests. All right, let's get more details. So we have with us our colleague Akhilesh Suman joining us on the phone line. Akhilesh, the 15th Pravasi Bharatiya Divas begins from today, though Prime Minister Narendra Modi will formally inaugurate the event on Tuesday. But what is expected today? We understand that the attendees are also going to be taken to Prayagraj for the Kumbh Mela, and also they will be brought to Delhi for sightseeing, and they will also watch the Republic Day parade in the capital.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, actually today is the Youth Pravasi Bharatiya Divas. And you know that the way Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been telling that India has a dividend of, demographic dividend of youth in the country. And so our youth had also traveled to many parts of the world. And also the sons and daughters of our PIOs who are also there, they are part of our youth, population all over the world. So India wants to connect with those youth, and the youth is the energy of today. And that is why, today on the inaugural day, Rajya Singh Rathore, who is Minister of State in independent charge for youth affairs and sports, he will be interacting and, delivering an address for them. And other than that, Yogi Adityanath, the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, is also addressing the youth of Pravasi Bharatiya Divas today. And the special guest, as you know, that Himanshu Gulati and Mr. Kawaljit Singh Bakshi, who are from Norway and New Zealand respectively, they are also young people, and they are very active in their own countries. So I think that is the dividend that our youth people who are abroad and who are also taking part in different parts of life, and especially legislatures, they can influence, the country's policy in favor of India. So that is the whole, goal for this type of event. And Sushma Swaraj, the Minister of External Affairs, will also be addressing today. So in that way, you can understand the youth are also going to PHU today, the
Right.
Banaras Hindu University, the famous Banaras Hindu University, and they will interact with the local students of PHU. So it will be like, exchanging their experiences in education sector. And that is why, the whole understanding for this Pravasi Bharatiya Sammelan is that how the people who are
Right.
Indian people who are abroad, how they understand their country and how they understand the system and how they can, exchange their experiences with Indians.
Right.
So that is the whole thing, and that is
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Akhilesh, for all those updates there from Varanasi. On to some other news now. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Sunday interacted with the booth-level workers in South Goa and Maharashtra. And in his address, the Prime Minister said that the BJP worker denotes a sacrifice, a commitment, hard work, social service and patriotism. PM Modi said that the country had transformed from among the fragile five nations to the world's fastest-growing economy. He said that the country had moved from scams to schemes in the last 5 years. He has been interacting with the party workers from different places of country through the Namo app under the Mera Booth Sabse Mazboot program for the last few months. And also taking a dig at the opposition's show of unity during a rally in Kolkata, Prime Minister Modi said that their Mahagathbandhan was an alliance of corruption, negativity and instability. Modi said that the opposition was staring at a defeat in the forthcoming elections and looking for excuses ahead of their impending loss and thus were vilifying the EVMs.
ये महागठबंधन एक अनोखा बंधन है। ये बंधन तो नामदारों का बंधन है। ये बंधन तो भाई भतीजावाद का बंधन है। ये बंधन तो भ्रष्टाचार का बंधन है। ये बंधन तो घोटालों का बंधन है। ये बंधन तो नकारात्मकता का बंधन है। ये बंधन तो अस्थिरता का बंधन है। ये बंधन तो असमानता का बंधन है। ये एक अद्भुत संगम है।
And in a major move to boost the indigenization of defense manufacturing, Defense Minister Nirmala Sitharaman on Sunday launched a mega corridor to link leading military manufacturing units in 5 cities in South India. The project, called the Tamil Nadu Defense Industrial Corridor, will link Chennai, Hosur, Coimbatore, Salem and Tiruchirappalli. Sitharaman said that the development of these defense corridors will facilitate a well-planned and efficient industrial base that will lead to increased defense production in the country. The project entails an investment to the tune of over 3,038 crore rupees. This is the second defense corridor in the country. Remember, last year, the Uttar Pradesh Defense Industrial Corridor was launched in Aligarh with the projected investments of 3,732 crore rupees. The Union Government has directed all educational institutions and universities to implement the 10% quota for poor in the general category from the coming academic year. This was informed by Human Resource Development Minister Prakash Javadekar on Sunday. He said that the government had issued an official memorandum to all universities and colleges to implement the quota from the current academic year itself. Remember, the Parliament had recently passed the Constitution 124th Amendment Bill 2019 in Parliament, which grants 10% reservation in education and government jobs to economically weaker individuals from the general category across religions. The reservation is applicable to individuals who earn below 8 lakh rupees per annum and possess less than 5 acres of agriculture land. And earlier on Saturday, Himachal Pradesh government became the 4th state to implement the 10% quota for the EWS category. Javadekar also said that the general election was a mere 90 days away and the opposition parties did not have a leader capable of taking on Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He said there would be anarchy in Modi's absence. And in Breakfast News, we'll take a very short break here. We'll be right back with more news.
Enter the majestic forecourt of Rashtrapati Bhavan and you'll come across the Jaipur column. A gift to the Viceroy from Savai Madho Singh, the Maharaja of Jaipur, to commemorate the creation of the new capital. The 145-meter high column is crowned with 6 pointed crystal stars on a bronze lotus, and inside the stone shaft runs a steel tube which weighs a little more than 5 tons. The base of the column has text conceived by Lord Irwin and Sir Edwin Lutyens inscribed on it.
Welcome back. And now sports news. The defending champion Roger Federer, Angelique Kerber and Maria Sharapova crashed out of the Australian Open while world number 2 Rafael Nadal entered the quarterfinals of the event. In the men's singles, Roger Federer was stunned by Stefanos Tsitsipas of Greece. Stefanos stunned Federer in the last 16 to end his bid for a record 7th Australian Open title. While in the other men's singles, the 17-time Grand Slam winner Rafael Nadal of Spain reached the quarterfinals stage. He beat unseeded Czech and ex-world number 4 Thomas Berdych. He will next face Tiafoe of the US tomorrow. And in the women's singles, world number 2 Angelique Kerber was bundled out by Danielle Collins of the United States. Collins beat the Wimbledon champion Kerber 6-0, 6-2. And in the other women's singles, a 5-time Grand Slam winner Maria Sharapova also crashed out of the tournament. And Vice President Venkaiah Naidu on Sunday addressed the vibrant Gujarat summit in Gandhinagar. Vice President called upon the global community to come together and tackle the 3 most important challenges of terrorism, climate change and corruption in the world. He called terrorism the enemy of humanity and urged all countries to come together in eliminating the menace. He also called for the extradition of economic fugitives and the exchange of information relating to illegal bank accounts in order to eliminate global corruption. And observing the reforms taken up by the government in the past few years, Naidu said that India has become the top investment destination in the world and said that the time is right for foreign investors to tap the huge potential offered by India in various sectors from the real estate to healthcare.
Share and care is the core of Indian philosophy. We want sarve jana sukhino bhavantu. Everybody should be prosperous. The entire world must be peaceful. Peace is the prerequisite for progress. My dear friends, I would like to tell the entire world community from this forum of vibrant Gujarat summit, 3 important challenges are there before the humanity, before the world. One is the terror. Terror has no religion. It's an enemy of humanity. It should be rooted out totally by all countries coming together. That is the need of the hour. Because as I told you, peace is a prerequisite for progress. Number 2, another important aspect is the climate change, which is happening very fast. We must all come together, work together to take care to see that the climate change effect is minimized and we all take proactive steps to face the challenge of climate change. That's why the Prime Minister has taken initiative and joined with France to have the Solar Alliance now, which is really attracting wider attention and participation. The third one is corruption. Corruption eats into the vitals of our system. Worldwide is a big challenge. So world community must join together to exchange information about illegal bank accounts of different countries. They must exchange information.
And the Vice President also visited the Statue of Unity in Gujarat's Narmada district and said that only a partial account of Patel's role and contribution in the freedom struggle have been documented. Naidu said that the world's tallest statue is a befitting memorial to Sardar Patel, whose vision, courage and determination led to the integration of 565 princely states and paved the way for building a modern India. The Vice President also praised the Prime Minister for taking up the initiative to build the Statue of Unity and added that he had always felt that due recognition was not given to Sardar Patel in the past. Let's take a listen.
मैं सचमुच में बहुत प्रसन्न हूँ, बहुत भावुक भी हूँ। मैं बचपन से श्री सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल जी का प्रेमी हूँ और जब मैं पढ़ाई करते थे उस समय से मेरा मन में ऐसा भावना बैठ गया, ऐसी महान भाव के बारे में हमारा इतिहास में उनको समुचित स्थान नहीं दिया। ये भावना
मेरा मन में था। जब मैं विधायक बना, संसद बना, मंत्री बना, केंद्र में सत्तारूढ़ पार्टी का अध्यक्ष बना, तभी भी मेरा मन में ये भावना हमेशा रहते थे, कुछ ना कुछ करना चाहिए। बाद में आज वर्तमान में हमारा प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र भाई मोदी ने इस संदर्भ में खुद इनिशिएटिव लेकर पूरा देश में जागरूकता पैदा करके देश भर से, विशेष रूप में ग्रामीण इलाका से और किसानों से लोहा संग्रह करके पूरा देश से एक ऐतिहासिक उनका स्मरण के लिए, पटेल जी का स्मरण के लिए ये भव्य मॉन्यूमेंट बनाया। आज यहाँ आके इस भव्य मॉन्यूमेंट को देख के मेरा मन में इतना इमोशन है, मैं इसको वर्णना नहीं कर सकता हूँ। This 182-meter tall statue is a monument to the vision and resolve of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel towards bringing into existence of united India. It was a great achievement that our country has won freedom from the colonial rulers after long and hard fought freedom struggle, which ultimately succeeded under the leadership of great son of this great country, Mahatma Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, who is also from Gujarat. It is indeed a matter of pride for Gujarat that both the architects of Indian freedom and the architect of a united India after independence hailed from this state. While achieving freedom from the Britishers is a milestone, princely states that existed at the time of independence is another equally important milestone. Without Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel and his vision and resolve, many of these princely states, some of them would have become independent. Then what would have happened? It's difficult to even imagine. The map of India would have been different. This scary scenario of a large number of countries emerging after independence and its implications highlights the significant contribution of Sri Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel towards presenting us united India that we live in today. Within 1 year of India, Patel ji assured the integration of all such princely states into one India, thereby ensuring cultural unity and harmony of the country. The people of India forever remain grateful to Sardar Patel for realizing his dream and vision of consolidating India with his vision and steely resolve. For this one act of courage and determination, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel is rightly called as the Iron Man of India, Ukku Manishi, Loha Purush. This statue has more meanings for me and other fellow citizens of the country. Unfortunately, a distorted narrative of our freedom struggle and the subsequent nation building efforts have been presented in a deliberately distorted manner to the younger generation of our country. The role and contribution of many leaders, including Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, in freedom struggle and later was not presented, giving only a partial account of their contribution. This statue of unity is a firm reminder of the vision, courage, capabilities, and commitment and contribution of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel to the making of modern India, including his contribution to provide us a civil service, IAS, IPS, correcting the imbalance in presenting the historical narrative of our country. This monument goes in a big way. The historic statue also stands for a reminder for all times to come about the struggle Sardar Patelji has to undergo in unifying India and the need to uphold the unity and integration of our country. It is the responsibility of every citizen who owes allegiance to the Constitution of India to do everything to uphold the unity of our country. Given the significance of the Statue of Unity, the amount spent on erecting the same is worthy of it and is a priceless investment. I would like to give just one example of the vision and foresightedness of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. As the first Deputy Prime Minister of our country after independence, Sardar Patelji wrote a letter to the Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru at that time. First, cautioning him about the threats to India and the impending war with China. Second, highlighting the need for strengthening our defense forces. Third, examining and reshuffling military positions along the borders. Fourth, strengthening of the northeastern and northern frontiers. And fifth, highlighting the importance of transportation and communication in border areas. We all know that one of our neighbors waged a war against us in 1962 and its result. Had Sardar Patel's concerns have been taken seriously, situation might have been different. All other issues raised by Sardar Patel still remains relevant and now being attended to. I am happy about it. We all know Sardar Patel hailed from a farmer's family and led several peasant movements against the exploitative taxation policies of the Britishers. The determination, hard work, and the resolve, which are hallmarks of the farmers and evident in their endless battles with the vagaries of nature, made Sardar Patel succeed in unifying modern India. It is a matter of pride for all of us that a farmer, Kisan, is the architect of a unified modern India. By visiting the Statue of Unity at Kevadia today, I am overwhelmed by feeling of completeness, satisfaction, and a sense of unity of mind and soul, besides being inspired by the innate feeling of India. I compliment Prime Minister Narendra Bhai Modi for his initiative towards building the Statue of Unity, which shall stand as a reminder of the need to uphold unity among all the Indians. The people of Gujarat also deserve compliments because they have come forward in such a big way, and the people of the country also need to be complimented for the support they have extended to this erection of a great monument. I also compliment the sculptors, the technicians, the ordinary workers who work day and night, and also the people who have supervised this project for the timely record that too no other structure of the government has come up in such a short term like this statue. So my compliments to all these people. I once again feel that all Indians, particularly youngsters, should visit this statue and get inspiration. There are important places like Cellular Jail, Porbandar, birthplace of Mahatma Gandhi, and this Statue of Unity. These are some of the important places that where all Indians should visit and know the background. Knowing the background history, remembering culture and following the same is vital for forward movement of any country. I hope that the people will take inspiration from the same and then really move forward to make a strong, stable, prosperous, happy India.
And with that, we wrap up this edition of Breakfast News. Thanks for watching.